The reserve list, price memory, the new reality. It's coming up next. Hey guys, welcome back. MTG Moxman here. If you're new to my channel and you found me somewhere in the nacho cheese universe with jalapenos of YouTube, well, thanks a lot for taking the time to check out my content today. I really hope you enjoy it. Stick around for a while, all right, guys? Smash that subscribe button. It's the best way to show your support for a smaller YouTube channel. Now, guys, we have a serious conversation going on today. We are talking about the reserve list and buyouts. Now, buyouts can take anywhere from a day to a year to complete. And we're entering month 5 coming up of this buyout going on. So, yes, it's still technically a buyout for how many cards are changing hands and how the prices are working, but the amount cards have grown by on the reserve list in this short period of time is truly awe-inspiring. Now, for anyone who's been here since the ground level, who bought stuff last year, who even bought stuff at the beginning of the buyout, you've seen massive returns. Some people have decided to cash those cards out. We kind of hold the line here on the channel. It's kind of like our little funny thing we have going here, where we say hold on longer because year after year, if you don't have to sell, you're going to make more money. That's the way it is. Stores can't restock their stuff now, so it only bodes well that you will make more money in the long run. So the card price I'm going to show you today are just across the board. I took a little cross section of some cards to show you the differences of where we've been, where we are, and where I think we're going. I take a lot of time on this channel to compile a lot of data for people so they understand where we're coming from. But remember, I did not graduate MTG University. This is an entertainment channel. The information I'm providing you guys, it's just stuff I have personally compiled. Don't take advice from a guy who hoards magic boxes in his basement. Just don't. I don't even let my dog come down here. But now on to bigger and better things. I'm telling you, it's crazy. So when we look back in October and we saw a Savannah revised mint condition dual land going for like, $209 American. Canadians, you got to add 20-25%. People in the EU, the UK, those kind of places, guys, you got to take some off because you pay less there. And we look now at $370, and that's for kind of like beat up copies. Sometimes you can find a lightly played one at those price levels. That is a lot of money. It has seen a massive return. So for those who went in there and got those, good for you. For those who didn't buy one and hesitated, I'm sorry. And for those of us who had it all along, yay for me. It's just the way it is. You can't get mad about it because we didn't do it. It just happens. Because if people like us didn't buy it, somebody else would be, guys. You did the right thing. You made some good sales. You made some good money. If you decide to hold on because you just wanted the card, even better. It's a lot of money. Now, when you look at a card like Time Vault, I know it's kind of like a sub power level card. I myself love it when you put this with Voltaic Key and you just untap it and take infinite turns. It is fun to do. Don't get me wrong. But when you look back in October and this was going for $620, then it jumped all the way to like that $1250 level nowadays. October, $620. Then we go forward and you see that it's at $1,200 and something American. It is basically doubled in price. And you realize this is for real. The price memory people are going and coming across right now shows that this stuff is not fading. This is the new reality. So if you're one of those people out there thinking these prices are going to fall, I myself was hoping a couple of cards would fall, but they haven't. So I just went ahead and bought the more expensive card. And for some of the stuff I bought, I look forward to showing it on the channel when it comes in, but it's going to take a while to get here. But you know what? You can't hesitate forever. Sometimes you got to decide to just go out and get the card. I'm telling you. Now, when I saw this was a great one, okay? A card like Fastbond that at one point was banned, then it was kind of back in, at $15 to $18 in October, depending on the condition of the card. And now you look ahead and it's $58, the cheapest copy that I could find for you guys. American. That's a lot of money. That's a big increase. It's even bigger than some of the other cards because reserve list cards that were underpriced have further to grow. If you bought an underpriced reserve list card, your profit margins will be that much higher. And since we know price memory is setting in and sales are happening at this level, it is a clear indicator that the market is accepting what has happened and is just rolling along with what's going on. It's going to keep. It's going to hold. There might be a lull period, but you're not going to see massive retracement from what I can tell. Now, Moxes. Love my Mox. Now, when we look back in 2020, October, $3,500 got you a pretty nice condition Mox Pearl. Nowadays, $4,499. But guess what? Here's the funny thing about that. You notice the price difference is not as great as some of the smaller cards. Yes, it went up. And I remember a video we had done, and I had mentioned that some of the cards were going up, and then power cards lag behind by about 20, 30 days. Then they start to climb to kind of make the difference happen still. When you look at this card, it doesn't have as far to grow where there's going to be a huge active market. At this level, when you start getting the $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 cards, the market of people who can afford it starts funneling inward. There's less people who can grab that card to buy it and hold it for their collections or use it in a deck. So the market's smaller, but it's still active and it's still there buying the cards. Less frequently, but still happening. And there's people out there who are saving to get their first piece of power. Throw Champion. I want to talk about this particular card. The reason I put this guy up here is I was buying these at that 40 to 50 cent range. I just bought like 30 because it was really cheap. I thought it'd be fun to get a stack of reserve list cards. I thought it was just so cool. When I look at this and you see, and yes, I cut a little bit off by accident. I can just notice it now. It's going for about $5. Look at my profit margin. Imagine I bought 100, 500, 1,000. Now you'll say, who are you going to sell to? Who cares? I wanted it. I got it. I'm holding them. Who knows if they will bring this throw thing back? You don't know as a collector, as an investor. So you're holding on to these cards. Some people, because they want to make some money. Very understandable. You'd be lying if you said you don't want to make some cash out of this at some point. Others, hey, I just wanted to have this card before it got too high and out of reach. They're all valid points and they're all understandable, guys. You can't fault someone for making whatever choice they decide to make. I made this choice, and look at that. From 51 cents to $5 is the average. Some a little bit less, but they charge more for shipping, so I put $5 down. It's a lot of money when I was paying that little to get them, right? And a lot of people did this on the lower end reserve list cards that had a lot further to grow. Now, when we take a look again at the Dwarf Pony, we joked on this channel quite a bit. This card was 27 cents. It's going for $5. This thing he made even more money than Throw Champion. Because, hey, dwarves are a thing. We got Torbrand now. We got some things that can pump dwarves up. We've had them in Kaldheim. People are building Dwarven Commander decks. They are building Dwarven decks. They're putting Gauntlets and Might and stuff in there. And this card, because it has Mountain Walk, is now desirable. Even if it's not an insane price, from where it was, it sure is. If you look at it, if somebody bought 100 copies at 27 cents, and, only cost me, $27. And now they could take that, whatever copies it was and sell it for a massive fortune. That would be crazy. Now, when I look ahead at this and I see Slovakia Excavations, this on the channel in October of 2020 was like $11. I already had a whole whack load from a few years ago because I needed some for a deck, but when you bought play sets, they were like $2, $2.50, $5, whatever it was. You bought a few of them and you got shipping for free. So I was buying a lot, and this became a real thing. So a lot of people on this channel, we all started buying it. We started getting some for fun. It was our hit card, right? A lot of people on the channel still now try to buy them to hoard for their collections. Newcomers to the channel, if you're new, get yourself a Slovakia Excavation, join the fun, because that's what we do. And look at that price now at $32 today. The copies I can find on eBay, TCG Player, shipping involved, it's a lot more money, so I'm just using the average of $32, okay? Still a huge increase from where it was. This stuff is here to stay because the prices aren't really falling. But now prices are going up across the board. We're even seeing stuff in Modern, Standard, EDH. There are a lot of cards climbing, don't get me wrong. But because nothing's really collapsing and everyone's accepting these prices, then this is where it's going to sit. Even if things fall, people aren't going to do some massive undercut to get to zero. They're going to hold where they are. Put it for a few bucks less maybe. And maybe another person kind of goes against them, but you're going to be selling for a lot more money than what you put in. I'm sure if I put my Throw Champions up for $1, somebody's going to grab them all. I'd still be doubling my money, wouldn't I? Great way of looking at it. Now, the last card I want to show you guys tonight is going to be Lotus Veil. Okay? Again, Weatherlight, we opened one on the channel here. I'm sure I have it in the background here somewhere. October 2020, it was $30. 28 in some cases. And then we look ahead now, and you see it is $85 American. That is a lot of money, guys. That is a huge chunk of change, and you have to understand that it's an amazing card, and that's why. Volross Stronghold, all the land cards have value. Okay? If you don't have one yet, if you haven't grabbed a copy, that's up to you. You can hesitate, you can say you don't need it, that's fine. But if you need it, you're going to complain 2-3 years from now when it's doubled in price again, or 3 years from now, or 4 years, you're going to regret it. Get the cards you need. Be a conscientious person. Stay on budget. But these prices, they're here to stay. This is the way it's going to be. And the quicker some of the people out there who don't accept this come to grips with it, the better it'll be for everyone. All right, guys, thanks a lot for tuning in. This was MTG Moxman here. Hope you learned something today. Looking forward to seeing everyone tomorrow on the live stream. Going to be awesome. See you at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Have a great one. Wait, this is tomorrow. This is today. I got confused. Look at that. It's today. It's probably like a couple hours from now. I better get ready. What was I thinking? Hey guys, don't forget to get your nachos and cheese. Read a little bit from the Necronomicon. Just read it quietly. You know, you don't want the army of dead coming back for you. Big shout out to all my patrons out there. You guys are amazing. Thanks again. Shop smart, shop smart. You got that? Sometimes I just want to sit here. Sometimes. I don't record anything. I just sit here thinking. And it's quieter down here.